Hey YouTube, what's going on? I'm sitting at a Flying J in South Beloit, Wisconsin. I have a delivery, it's Sunday right now. I have a delivery tomorrow morning in Belvidere, Illinois. I'm currently taking a 34-hour restart, and this is the very first intentional 34-hour restart I have taken in my entire career as a professional driver. I have run on my recap. I have taken days off at home or, had truck breakdowns and whatnot and ended up with restarts. But this is the very first time that I've ever told my company, listen, I don't have any hours, I need to take a restart. And I ran a paper log, but it was that time, without getting into a lot of detail about my logbook. So that was kind of a unique first. Whoops. It was kind of a unique first for me. Had a couple of firsts recently. I picked up a load in Bolingbrook, Illinois that had two stops, one in Waite Park, Minnesota, which is just northwest of the Twin Cities, and a second stop in Fargo, North Dakota. That was the very first time that I had been that far north or west in Minnesota. It was also the first time that I had been in either of the Dakotas. Now, I didn't go very far into the Dakotas. Fargo is right at the border with Minnesota, and I think I went about 9 miles in for my delivery. I ended up spending the night, Thursday night, I believe it was, in Fargo at the Petro. I was informed by the woman where I made my delivery that there was an entertainment establishment where one might obtain beverages, we'll say, inside the Petro, but that was not the case. However, there was an alien-themed establishment of that nature, catty corner to the Petro, which I went and visited and found refreshment and great conversation with the young lady working behind the bar. I picked up a load. Well, initially I was supposed to take the load from Bolingbrook to Waite Park and Fargo, and then pick up a load in Long Prairie, Minnesota, that went right back to where I picked up the load in Bolingbrook. It's an R.R. Donnelley facility. They do like spam crap that comes in your regular mail, like inserts and stuff. But there was some problem with that load, so I ended up going to Clearbrook, Minnesota, and picking up a very heavy load of rice that I'm taking to a General Mills facility in Belvidere, Illinois. Drove through some beautiful country. Oh, also, when I went to Fargo, because my route back to Long Prairie would have just been on the interstate, I would have been seeing the same kind of thing, but because I ended up going to Clearbrook instead, I saw a lot of beautiful country going across Minnesota. Clearbrook is kind of in the northern part of the state, and I ended up going through Duluth, which, again, first time in Duluth, first time being that far north in Minnesota, first time ever seeing Lake Superior in person. There's a great rest area right at the intersection of I-35 and US 53, I believe it is, that overlooks the St. Louis River, and you can see the bay out in Lake Superior, which, by the way, on May 10th was covered with snow, with ice. the gentleman in the little visitor center in the rest area told me that it had just blown in. There's a ski resort adjacent to the rest area as well that still had snow on the slopes. I've been informed by a friend who is from Duluth that they've got some ridiculously short runs, but I'm just still shaking my head that it's May 10th and there's still ice on the bay and snow on the mountains. Again, the gentleman inside the visitor center said that there was a ski resort, I believe he said about an hour north of Duluth, that just ended their business season last Sunday. Wow. Anyway, really beautiful view overlooking the St. Louis River. Got some good conversation with the guy in the visitor center. He was telling me about a island out in the St. Louis River that was part of Wisconsin's Department of Natural Resources, and they're trying to reforest an area that was cleared to make a farm. Farm burnt down. Anyway, came down through some really beautiful country in Wisconsin, coming down toward the interstate. Just beautiful 2-lane roads. It was kind of drizzly most of the way, a little bit of hard rain. I did pass another lake. Actually, prior to getting to Duluth, I passed a small lake in Minnesota that was also covered with ice. Here in Beloit, it's been rainy, and there was actually a Google Maps weather alert that there's a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Illinois or northwestern Illinois. But it rained a little bit, but that's about it today. I got a new device, a new toy for my truck. I bought it at the Petro in Portage, Wisconsin, which, by the way, if you haven't been to the Petro in Portage, the interior is really neat. It's very rustic, very, cabiny, woodsy, beavery. They got a hand-hewn canoe that they have hanging in there. A lot of neat little factoids posted around the place. I also bought some cheese curds because you can't go to Wisconsin and not have cheese curds. Hey. But my stove I bought at the Petro. I have one of the little lunchbox ovens that somebody gave me, and it's a workhorse. I mean, the thing's still running. He used it like 5 years ago, and he gave it to me, and I've been using it for about 9 months. Anyway, I got the upgraded oven because I want to try and make some better meals, and this has a steamer tray, so I can actually get some vegetables and steam them. But mostly I got it because I'm a gadget kind of guy. If you saw all the things that I have in my kitchen at home, you'd probably shake your head. I'm also a trained chef, so I'm definitely looking to try and step up my cooking on the truck game. So, when I get back to Phoenix, I'll be back probably about 11 days, I think, 12 days. I haven't seen Phoenix since April 8th, thanks to my ex-wife. I mean, I could have gone back to Phoenix, but I can't see my children until May 20th or 21st or something like that. So I don't really have a major reason to go to Phoenix. Anyway, when I get to Phoenix, I'm going to go shopping, and I'm going to buy a lot of vegetables because I could definitely use with losing a couple of pounds. I'm also going to try and find a good deal on something like the Vitamix, but without that monstrous price tag, and bring frozen fruit The dollar store right down the street has a little frozen fruit package that's strawberries and blueberries and blackberries. It's $1 for, a decent amount of fruit. My light's about to go off, I think. And I bring soy milk on the truck with me, and I have, granola and oats. I can start having smoothies if I have a decent blender that I can use on the truck. I kind of want to get one of those bullet kind of blenders. I'm going to see if I can find a good deal on one of those. But anyway, that's what's been going on in my life. Like I said, first restart ever in my professional driving career. If you know anything at all about me, you know that's kind of a unique situation for me. I'm creative with my logbook. So this was a little different for me. Anyway, it's Mother's Day. Yesterday was my mother's birthday, so May, as you can imagine, is occasionally an expensive month for me. But happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and all the fathers who are also a mother. Happy Mother's Day. And I don't mean that as in you're a mother, but you get it. Have a wonderful Sunday, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you around. Bye.